Hello guys, welcome back to the Brutal Investors channel. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. In this episode, we're going to talk about yet another token that recently got listed on Coinbase, and this project is called Immutable X or the IMX token, right? Again, as always guys, I highly recommend you guys to do your own research on any of the projects we cover on our channel. And for this project, I recommend you guys to go to the website immutable.com in order to learn more about this project, right? For the purpose of this video, I'm going to rely on the information present on CoinMarketCap's page for this token. But this is only going to be a peripheral analysis, which means you need to do your own in-depth research before you put your hard-earned money on this token, right? So what is Immutable X? Immutable X positions itself as the first layer 2 scaling solution for NFTs on Ethereum. According to Immutable X, its blockchain does away with Ethereum's limitations like low scalability, a poor user experience, illiquidity, and a slow developer experience. Instead, users benefit from the instant trading and massive scalability while enjoying zero gas fees for minting and trading NFTs without compromising user or asset security. To achieve that, Immutable X is built with Stark ZK rollups, a technology that Vitalik Buterin considers Ethereum to be all in on. So again, when it comes to layer 2 solutions, we often know about layer 2 solutions for DeFi or any form of regular transactions or interoperability and so on and so forth. But we don't necessarily think that NFTs also at one point need a layer 2 scaling solution, right? Because if you take Ethereum for example, all the major NFTs and some of the world's most expensive NFTs are being sold and transacted on the Ethereum blockchain, and there's no one or no project is currently technically working on scaling NFTs on Ethereum, right? So that's basically where Immutable X comes into play. It's one of the first layer 2 scaling solutions specifically designed for NFTs on the Ethereum blockchain, and is aiming to basically remove limitations on Ethereum like slow scalability, poor user experience, illiquidity, and so on and so forth, in order to make it much more user friendly, quick, efficient, and fast developer experience for the NFT users, right? So instead, users basically get instant trading and massive scalability through Immutable X on top of Ethereum, right? And they use something known as Stark ZK rollup, which is a technology that even Vitalik Buterin, who is the co-founder of Ethereum, himself seems to want to be all in on when it comes to Ethereum itself, right? So he wants Ethereum to be all in on Stark ZK rollups, because that's basically a relatively advanced rollup technology that's currently being used by Immutable X, right? So that's the quick background for Immutable X. Thanks to this technology, users will be able to create and distribute assets like ERC20 and ERC721 tokens on a massive scale. So again, with the Stark ZK rollup technology, and obviously Immutable X taking advantage of that, will definitely enable both ERC20 and ERC721 non-fungible tokens to scale massively, right? Chris Clay, the game director of Gods Unchained, a project already building on Immutable X, stated that Immutable X allows Gods Unchained to implement a new meta system that was previously impossible. So they're giving an example of how one of the most popular gaming projects on the blockchain, which includes Gods Unchained, right, which is a project on the Ethereum blockchain. It's a very good game, and it's a game I think we already covered in our recent videos, one of our recent videos. So that game has limitations thanks to Ethereum 1.0 being very slow and very inefficient in processing transactions, and a lot of people are excluded from using that game, specifically because of the fact that they have to pay extremely high gas fees in order to interact with the game itself, right? So Immutable X basically is a platform where Gods Unchained is being implemented on, and the game director of Gods Unchained, Chris Clay, has apparently stated that they are able to do things that they weren't able to do before, obviously because of how extremely fast and advanced Immutable X is as a layer 2 solution, right? In this fashion, Immutable X aims to create a world-class experience for users and developers alike. So again, when it comes to using a particular platform, you need to have a really good user experience. That's one of the reasons why projects like Avalanche and Solana have been doing extremely well these days, because of the fact that they are giving a very quick, smooth, and extremely user-friendly experience to everyone who's using that. And also, even developers find it very amusing developing dApps on top of these blockchains. That's one of the reasons why these blockchains are flourishing, because they're not only focusing on the community, they're also focusing on the developer as well. So everybody gets to benefit from the growth of these projects, right? Similarly, Immutable X is also a project that a lot of developers and users are trying to use in order to ensure that they get the best possible like blockchain experience, in crypto, right? So this is a quick background of Immutable X. The next section basically covers about the founders of Immutable X, which I'm not going to go through because you can pretty much read and understand. This is going to be relevant for all the price potential that we're going to discuss for this project. So I'm going to skip to the most important section, which is what makes Immutable X unique. So why would you choose to invest your money out of all the other projects but put it into like IMX or the Immutable X project, right? So Immutable X benefits from being one of the first layer 2 solutions that utilizes ZK rollups and focuses exclusively on NFTs. So again, as I mentioned, Immutable X is trying to focus only on scaling the NFT as well as maybe all the ERC20 tokens as well, but their main focus is on scaling NFTs that are on top of the Ethereum blockchain. And since they're mainly focused on scaling the the NFT platforms or NFT experience, they are very unique, and that's one of the reasons why you need to look into Immutable X, because they are using ZK rollup technology, and they're a project that mainly focus on NFTs. And NFTs, as you guys know, are literally exploding these days. You can literally like buy an NFT, hold on to it, and then sell it for a huge profit in the upcoming years. That's how crazy NFT is growing and how much rapidly NFTs are expanding these days. So the fact that Immutable X is trying to make it much more easier and user friendly to use the NFT space is only going to make it much more stronger of a project, right? With ZK rollups growing in importance as a scaling solution, the project finds itself at the cutting edge of development in the Ethereum ecosystem. So again, since Ethereum is obviously like clogged and bloated, there's a lot of opportunities for projects like Immutable X to succeed, because these projects can not only scale in a particular section of Ethereum, but they can also become their own independent entity. Although they are part of Ethereum, they can still become their own independent entity in the overall space, right? So that's an opportunity that Immutable X is also trying to take advantage of. So Immutable X has a good chance of becoming the default NFT blockchain in the future, provided its promised transaction speed of more than 9,000 transactions per second can be achieved. So again, Immutable X has a really good opportunity because they don't really have a lot of competition, and not a lot of projects mainly focus on scaling NFTs, right? Especially on the Ethereum blockchain. So Immutable X definitely has a good opportunity, being the first, one of the first projects to do this, and having the first mover advantage. They can definitely take full advantage of this and become the leader in the NFT blockchain. But this all depends on whether they continue to keep their promise, and one of their promises is that they claim that they can process about 9,000 transactions per second, which is a huge deal. If that were to be possible, it's going to be a really good thing for all the NFT lovers and users, but it's something that they definitely need to keep on top of, right? And the second one of the most important reason would be a crucial component to fulfilling this promise is the API abstraction layer. Thanks to REST APIs, every NFT related interaction like minting, trading, and transferring is a simple API call on Immutable X. The company anticipates to be a key component to attracting new entrants like establishing gaming and content companies in this space. So again, now they're talking a little bit more about the technical aspects of how the API abstraction layer of Immutable X is definitely playing an important role when it comes to making this scalability possible. Again, this is a very technical information, but all you need to understand from this section is that they are going to use simple API calls on Immutable X to ensure that minting, trading, and transferring NFTs are as smooth as possible, right? So this is one of the other reasons why you need to look into Immutable X. The third reason is, moreover, users will not have to switch networks when connecting their wallets. The protocol also provides an immediate layer called the link, which enables an NFT specific wallet experience and allows Immutable X to support a third party marketplace ecosystem without security risks. So again, the third most important reason why Immutable X is going to be a formidable force in the future is because of the fact that when you use the Immutable X platform, you don't have to necessarily switch networks between the wallets, right? So if you, for example, take Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain, you need to switch the network in order to access dApps on the Binance Smart Chain. But here they're claiming that Immutable X does not need you to kind of like switch between Immutable X and Ethereum. They use something known as a link, which is an intermediate layer that allows for NFT specific wallet experiences and allows Immutable X to support a third party marketplace ecosystem without security risk, right? So this is one of the other reasons why you need to look into Immutable X. The fourth and the final reason is, with its shared global order book facilitating protocol liquidity, NFT marketplaces can be built on Immutable X without a backend. In consequence, third-party marketplace solutions can coexist with the protocol's native marketplace. The protocol also expects a lower, to lower the barriers for entry for content creators and smaller developers with the solution. So again, one of the other reasons why Immutable X is going to become a really big, powerful option is to understand how its shared global order books allows for it to facilitate liquidity across multiple chains, and at the same time they also enable NFT marketplaces to be built directly on top of them without needing a backend. So these are all crucial technical components that will definitely make Immutable X a really good project, right? So overall, that covers the overview of the Immutable X platform. And here if you scroll below, they talk about security. So since they are a layer 2 solution on Ethereum, they do ensure that Ethereum security is what they use in order to ensure that the project is fully secure. And obviously, Ethereum being one of the largest blockchains in the current crypto space right now, it is also one of the most secure blockchains, and therefore its security is more than sufficient for Immutable X's security, right? So if you scroll below, you can find other information as well. But when it comes to the website itself, they have a pretty cool website with a very dark themed background. So the first layer 2 for NFTs on Ethereum, this is their catchphrase, right? Zero gas fees, instant trades, and scalability for games, applications, marketplaces without compromise. So here you can actually say that they don't actually here you can actually see that they don't actually say low gas fees, they say zero gas fees. So zero gas fees is the main focus for their project right now, and it seems like they mainly focus on trying to make users have instant trades, have scalability for games, applications, and marketplaces without any compromise, right? So these are some of the main features that they have. You can click on start building in order to build on top of Immutable X. You can click start trading if you want to trade. So these are some of the partners that they have. So Coinbase, obviously being one of the investors, has listed this project recently. This explains the reason why Coinbase has listed this project, right? And you have the Galaxy Digital, which is also a good venture capital project. Venture capital who invest in many successful projects as well. We have Nirvana Capital, Apex Capital, and Naspers, along with Continued Capital as well, right? So if you scroll below, a limitless exchange protocol. So some of their main features include zero gas fees for peer-to-peer trading, which is very important. Set your own trading fees. Again, this is also something that's a very unique feature for this project. No custodial risk. Users keep their private key, so you don't have to worry about someone else holding your private key. You basically own your own private key, right? Massive scalability up to 9,000 plus TPS. Again, this is up to, which means the maximum is close to or more than 9,000 transactions per second, but it's not always going to be 9,000 transactions per second, so you need to be cautious of that. Not a centralized sidechain, so this is something that's very crucial. Secured by Ethereum, a true layer 2 inheriting security of layer 1. So obviously we discussed before, Ethereum security is playing a major role with the Immutable X security as well, right? Any NFT that's created or traded on Immutable X is 100% carbon neutral. So this is a very important point that they brought out, because the fact that carbon neutral NFTs are the new norm these days, because they don't want to people don't really want to buy NFTs that have a high carbon impact or footprint on the ecosystem, and therefore NFT projects are also forced to advertise that they produce zero carbon, or their NFTs are actually produced with zero carbon method. And that's one of the reasons why Immutable X is also including that. But it's good to know that Immutable X is kind of like eco-friendly as well, right? So you have people from Starkware who have commented on Immutable X, and when it comes to performance, you have high performance when it comes to creating ERC20 and 721 tokens designed for single and bulk minting, so you have multiple flexibility there. Zero gas cost, again is restating that again. Assets tradable instantly, same security as mainnet Ethereum. These are some of the points that we already discussed before, right? So God's Unchained game director Chris Clay, as we saw before, has commented on how Immutable X has made them do something that was previously impossible. We'll set you up for success. That's their main goal. They unlock massive scale, zero gas fees, users maintain custody, play to earn ready, instant transactions, side chains suck. Again, this is something that they're talking about other side chains or competitors for them. Metadata orders, carbon neutral NFTs, and so on and so forth. So again, a lot of good features about this project itself, right? So the best technology on the best blockchain. So this is directly from this quote is directly from Vitalik Buterin, so you can read through that if you want. And apart from that, they have a newsletter where you can sign up for and ensure that you get the most up-to-date relevant information from that project. And you can learn more about the project itself at the bottom of the page of their page using the FAQs here, right? So overall, pretty good project and a very unique project that definitely has a good project potential to grow. And I have a big, high positive feeling for this project, right? So going back to the coin market cap space for this token is currently ranked 103 by market cap on coin market cap, and is currently trading at $4.44 at the time I'm making this video, and it's up 5.86% in the past 24 hours. Again, not too much, but still quite a decent, increase in price. The market cap is already close to $850 million of market cap, so it's kind of like 836 right now, but if it grows in the upcoming weeks, it will probably be crossing $850 million of market cap, right? So that may make you wonder that if this project is a very if you miss the boat on this project. I don't think you missed the boat on this project, because I feel like this project still has a lot of room to grow. It's a very unique project with a very strong fundamental, and I think this project will definitely get a lot of traction, right? When it comes to the max supply, they have 2 billion tokens as max supply, which is quite a huge amount of tokens. But I think they are trying to encourage staking and bring in users to their play to earn kind of games. So I think even though the tokenomics is not something that I really like, and also if you see the circulating supply is only 9% of the total supply, right? So it's not that great when it comes to tokenomics, but I still believe that this project has some strong fundamentals which can overcome these potential supply based hurdles, right? When it comes to the markets itself, this token has been moving sideways. Again, one of the consequences of having such a huge token supply, which is 2 billion token supply, is that the token will continue to move sideways or even crash down on a frequent basis, because a lot of people are dumping their token more than buying and hodling the tokens, right? But if you see here, the initial price of this token was again as of 5th of November 2021, which is like last month. This token was worth $5.61. It then went down to a price point of $3.11, and then started climbing back upwards, reaching an all-time highs of about close to $9.30 per token before moving slowly kind of like climbing downwards, and now it's moving sideways, right? Even with the Coinbase listing, this token doesn't really have a huge pump action happening on the price chart, which shows that people are kind of like oversaturated with the fact that Coinbase is listing a lot of tokens these days on a very weekly basis. So I think people are more used to understanding that Coinbase is listing more frequently than before. Previously, if Coinbase were to list a project, it will take a long time and it won't really get listed until at the very last moment, and then people would literally buy their tokens from Coinbase and the token price would shoot up, right? So I think that's not going to happen for Coinbase listed projects anytime in the future. But when it comes to Immutable X, even though this project is kind of down, in fact, this is the best time to buy this token because this token has been up to like $9 per token, which I don't think will happen at least in the next upcoming weeks. Maybe by the end of this bull run, I think this token will definitely pump extremely high, right? But for now, it's going to move sideways and go down. When it comes to the Bitcoin comparator for this token is obviously if you see here, this token has been doing quite well, but in the Bitcoin comparator, but it's still moving sideways in the Bitcoin comparator as well. So the token was initially worth 9,078 satoshis. It went down to about 4,600 satoshis before going back and making a new all-time highs of 15,000 satoshis per token, 15,800 to be specific. But then it started rallying downwards and now it's moving sideways. So I think this token definitely has a good buy opportunity in both Bitcoin and dollar comparative. But if you want to wait a little bit longer, you can see this token is going below the $4.35 or $4.25 mark, which will be a good opportunity to dollar cost average in both in Bitcoin and dollar comparative, right? But I think even these prices are still good prices because this token is still quite far away from its all-time high, right? So when it comes to markets itself, you can pretty much buy this token from Huobi Global, FTX, Coinbase obviously, and KuCoin as well. You can get it from these reputed exchanges. You can get it from Gate.io as well, but I wouldn't really go anywhere below this list. And obviously decentralized exchanges wise, you can get it from Uniswap, SushiSwap, and I think Uniswap version 1 and 2 as well as SushiSwap, right? Even Crypto.com seems to have this exchange. So there's a lot of major centralized exchanges that have listed this token already except for Binance. So I think a Binance listing can come pretty soon. If it does come, then definitely this token is going to pump to new all-time highs possibly, right? So what's my final verdict on this token, guys? I think this token definitely has a possibility of crossing the $10 per token by the end of this bull run. But in the next 3 to 5 years from now, depending on how this project tries to retain its users and ensure that it does innovative things in the field of NFTs and DeFi, I think this project will definitely be worth more than $15 to $20 per token or even $25 per token in the next 5 to 10 years, right? So if you're trying to buy this token right now, this is probably the best time because this token won't stay at this price point for even for a long time, despite the fact that this tokenomics is quite bad, right? Again, remember guys, you guys are not regular investors, you guys are brutal investors, so stay brutal. Thank you very much for watching my video, guys. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos. See you in my next video. Bye.